Hey everybody, it is Kulipup here again, and this is going to be hopefully one of my quicker videos on how to open your third eye. Now I have a lot of people asking me for this video on all of my different platforms that I use in order to teach and communicate. And the thing is, I know everybody's going to be thinking like, wow, it's going to be something special, like, nope, not at all. So this is going to be a video just to confirm how unexciting opening your third eye is. But I promise if you follow through, to be honest with you, if you've watched all of my other videos, this is not going to be anything new. You're not really going to learn anything super new, but hopefully this will be for those ones looking for a crash course in how to open your third eye. Okay, so firstly, we're going to go this way. So number one. First step, you have to understand that your third eye is not an actual eye. It is your pineal gland. Okay? Now your pineal gland is a gland, is a little bit right kind of like in the center of your brain. Kind of like in the center there. And this gland basically regulates a lot of hormones and so on, but it is your hub of communication, or your communication or connection to the ethereal. Okay? So what is the ethereal? Or the ethereal? It is literally the background of where energy does everything. The laws of the universe bases it off of the energy that goes through in the ethereal. Your abilities, everything. So cord cutting, healing, spells, visions, buoyancy, sentience, empathy, all of that energy is energy that is in the ethereal, that you are feeling, that you are picking up on, that you are communicating with and connecting to, okay? And that all happens through your pineal gland. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because everybody thinks like, oh, my third eye, is it open? And they think it's like your actual eyes. Like you can have them closed and open. But no, it's all about the gland, and it's the functioning of this gland that will depict how you connect. Okay? So firstly, yes, stop thinking your third eye is an actual eye. Another, step 2. Recognize and realize that your gland is already functional. Or I'm just going to say your eye. Your third eye is already open. It's already functioning, okay? However, where people think that their third eye is closed is because it's not functioning well, okay? That's the only thing. So if your pineal gland is calcified, if your pineal gland is calcified, so the things that calcify or stop your pineal gland from functioning to its full capacity is if you are eating meat. So meat, fluoride in the water, fluoride, or you don't need fluoride in your water to clean it. You don't. But a lot of tap water and everything will have fluoride in it. Having toothpaste with fluoride in your toothpaste, that is also going to contribute to the calcification of your pineal gland. And just generally poor bodily maintenance. Okay? So meat is primary. Fluoride definitely comes in there, and just not taking care of your body. Because just like any other part of your body, your pineal gland requires energy to work properly, to repair itself, to have the cells regenerate and so forth. So if you're not taking care of your body, so if you're eating meat, you're taking away energy from your body just to process that meat, which could have been diverted to help fixing your body, to decalcifying your gland. If you're consuming chemicals like fluoride or having them touch your body and so forth, again, it absorbs into you and it calcifies, right? Really, really important that you avoid all of these things. So, again, recapping there, your third eye is your pineal gland. That is your communication hub. Recognize and realize that it is already open. However, if it's already there, but if you're not getting your abilities to come through, you're not getting a connection, it is just because it is calcified. All right? Same way that your car, if you haven't changed the oil, your car is not going to work. It doesn't mean it doesn't have an oil chamber. It doesn't mean that it can't work or that it's not there. It just means that you got to change the oil. You got to maintain your car in order to have it run smoothly and get you where you want to go. Same thing with the pineal gland. Okay, so that's the first thing. All right. So number 3. Once you have recognized, you understand what your pineal gland is and you've understood why it is calcified over, in order to get it to function again, which is again opening of your third eye, which is what people would say, you need to start taking care of yourself. So for number 3, we're going to say take care of yourself. So this is what I tell people when they are at the very, very beginning as to how you open your third eye or how you activate it, how you decalcify your pineal gland. I don't want to be confusing here with my numberings. So 1, there we go. You need to eat clean. Which is no meat. Again, a lot of people watching my videos, if you've watched any of my other videos, you've probably already stopped eating meat. But if you haven't, definitely eat clean. Stop eating the meat. That doesn't mean you can't have cake and cookies. That doesn't mean you can't have a bag of chips every now and then. It just means that you're not having this meat. Because again, primary cause of calcification of your pineal gland or your third eye. So if you remove that, you remove one of the main things that is clogging up your connection. Okay? So eating clean. Take care of your body. Take care of your vessel. All right? Number 2. Gain energy. Okay? For your pineal gland to truly work, if you really want to see your abilities come out, that telepathy, that mediumship, speaking to spirit, feeling your sentience, feeling the emotions of others, seeing with your voyancy, with your eye, getting those images, seeing into past lives, seeing into future lives, and so forth. If you want this to work, you need energy. Just the same way, if you want your phone to work, you got to plug it into the charger, okay? And if your phone was running off of only 10% battery, some of the apps aren't going to work. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things. And if we look at it from the phone perspective, your body is not even running at 10%. Your body is currently running at 4% battery right now. So of course, imagine what your phone can do on 4% battery. Nothing. It shuts down, doesn't it? Your screen doesn't light up no more, apps won't open, and you're just basically on survival mode. And that's where most people are when their gland is not functioning. They're just in survival mode. So it's not working, right? You need more energy. You got to top up your battery, your body, in order to have this activate. Now, how do you gain your energy? Well, 1, if you haven't watched my video on personal energy consumption, you got to watch that first because I go into a lot more detail. But 1, you are going to ground. Stick your feet in some sand. Stick your feet in some sand or stick your feet in some earth. Go walk around barefoot. But whatever you do, do not let your feet, the soles of your feet, not have contact. So you don't, if you're going to walk, no, don't even walk. I just want you to sit in sand for 30 minutes. Or if you are outside, you are going to sit down and have the soles of your feet touch the earth for a full 30 minutes. Okay? You're not going to get up. You're not going to walk around, because once the process of absorbing that extra energy from the earth or from the sand happens, it needs a constant connection. So imagine how fast your phone is going to charge is if you plugged it in for a minute, then plugged it back out. Then plugged it back in for another minute, then plugged it back out. Then plugged it back in for another minute, plugged it back out. It's going to take you forever to charge your phone. So what do? You plug it into the charger and you leave it for half an hour, right? And then you've got a full battery. Same thing with your vessel. When you stick your feet in the ground, it's almost like putting your body into the socket in the wall. You are recharging, okay? So that's going to give you, grounding is going to give you 50% of your daily energy back. Okay, so 50% of your daily energy back. Next thing you are going to do to gain energy, oh yes, yoga plus meditation. And that's 30 minutes per day. Actually, pretty much everything I tell you to do is going to be on a beginner's 30 minutes per day. By all means, as you are doing this, if you want to spend an hour in meditation, by all means, please increase it to an hour. The more the merrier, right? But you just want to do a minimum of 30 minutes of yoga and meditation every day. Pranayama breathing as well, breathing exercises. That's also going to help you. 30 minutes of breathing exercises. Learning how to reduce the oxygen in your blood flow and calm, but then increasing it back again. All right? Learning how to control your breathing is also going to restore your energy. Okay, so grounding, yoga, meditation, you've already started eating cleanly. You're also going to want to do some inner work. Again, 30 minutes of this. Now the inner work, what you're doing with inner work is you are clearing out negative energies. Negative energies within you, and which, if you've got a lot of negativity, you've got issues that are within your thoughts, within your consciousness. When you think of these negative issues, you are using a lot of energy in order to think about them and put, like, just thinking of anxiety and pain and depression and suffering and so forth, it drains you. That's why so many people who are negative are always tired, and always frustrated and always angry and so forth. And it's because that takes a lot of energy. So when you clear out by doing inner work, right? When you clear out all of the issues that are causing you to think this way, you will find that the only other thing you can do is think positively. Because if there's nothing bad to think about, then you're just happy. And happiness, joy, and love produces energy for you. It doesn't take it away, it produces it. That's why it's called love and light. You feel lighter. You don't feel heavy within the dark energy. You feel light. Okay? So, inner work, clearing away the negative energies, will allow you to utilize more of the energy that you have with the grounding and the yoga and the meditation whilst you're eating cleanly as well. Okay? So this is how you are going to open your third eye. Right? And lastly, you're going to want to do, and I'm just going to put this, I'll do it over here. You are going to practice and seek knowledge. Okay. So practice and seeking knowledge. How? So you may think like, well, my third eye is open. How am I practicing anything? Well, firstly, you are acknowledging that this is real. You are not crazy. Contrary to what the negative thoughts in your head are going to tell you, they're going to start telling you, oh, you're crazy, you're being silly, I can't believe this isn't really real. I didn't really see that. I didn't really see the light flickers in the corner of my eye. I see shadows kind of coming and going everywhere. And no, it was just a lighting in my eye. No, you have to acknowledge that this is real, okay? If you deny it and you basically stay within your ignorance, you know, you were seeing all these things, you're experiencing all these things, but you deny it and you're just telling yourself that it's something else. If you keep doing that, your eye will never fully come to capacity. Your pineal gland will stop functioning because you are telling your pineal gland that, nope, what you are giving me, the connection that I'm getting is not what I want. So your pineal gland will shut down. The same way, if you never use, like if you think of people who are in a coma for years and years and years, they've not used their muscles. They haven't used their legs, they haven't used their arms because they've been in a coma for how many years. So when they wake up, they're incredibly weak. They can't just get up and go do what they want to do. Just think of Kill Bill, you know, when she woke up out of the hospital and she fell and she had to drag herself to the car and coach herself into moving her big toe when Uma Thurman had to do that. And it's the same thing. If you are telling your gland or you are telling yourself that the things you are seeing and the things you're experiencing are not real, then you will basically be saying, I don't want this, and it will be turned off. So, when you have an experience, embrace it and practice it. And you practice this through, well, mind you, there's so many avenues that you can go to. You know, there's videos on YouTube, there's loads of stuff on the internet. All you got to do is type in like, hey, I'm feeling funny. What is sentience? What is empathy? What is it? Like, you seek the knowledge, research. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the things you come across will be absolute bullshit. But that's the thing. There's always a little bit of truth in the lie. And it's up to you to use your pineal gland, to use your third eye, to discover what is truth and what is not truth. Okay, but that also comes with practice, right? You got to pendulum out your practice. You know, you have visions. Practice meditation, practice visualization. It will only become stronger. When you don't know something, seek the knowledge, do some research. You're going to get ringing in your ears. This is the universe telling you, gotcha, you're seeking the knowledge. I'm going to get it out for you. So, now we know what you need to do in order to activate your pineal gland. Now, what are the things that you're going to experience? Well, one of the main things that everybody experiences is an intense ringing in your ears. You don't have tinnitus. Your DNA at this point is being repaired. Okay, your body is repairing itself. And that buzzing is your own frequency, your own vibration, because you have raised really quickly with your practice and your seeking knowledge and with your energy. So you are hearing your energy increase. However, once your energy has increased, your body has then stabilized to it, so you no longer hear it until you increase energy again, right? So it increases, then you kind of get used to it, right? And so again, you got to progress on further to have more ringing. So ringing in your ears. Many people will also experience little bits of pain in the back of their head. You could feel like it feels like a slight burning going up the back of your neck. Now, I'll show you mine. I don't know if I'm doing this correctly, but yes, you may be able to see a patch right here or around there. Okay. I also have a little bit on the other side too, and patches here. Now, when I was going through my awakening, I had a lot of power come at me, a lot of energy, because I followed all of these things, of course, and then some. And my energy increased so rapidly that when I had the pain coming up at the back of my head, I didn't know what it was, but that was my hair was too weak, my follicles were too weak, and my hair started to fall out at that point. I'm not saying that you are going to experience that. I just have genuinely thin hair anyway. I know it looks all full and fluffy, but it's actually pretty thin. And so I'm sure you're going to be fine, but you will feel a little bit of pain. It feels like a little bit of a burning sensation, or like if somebody had a pin and they were just poking you inside the back of your head. You will also feel, and that is basically your energy that is being churned from your solar plexus, traveling up your spine to the back to get to your pineal gland, okay, to give it the energy it needs to, of course, develop. Again, I did it really fast and really furious, so you may not, I don't want you to think, oh my God, I'm going to lose my hair, so I'm not going to do this. No, it's fine. It's me. Now, you will also experience, or you may also experience, a lot of pressure on your forehead or between your temples, okay? That pressure that you are experiencing, that is literally your third eye gathering in the energy, trying to expel it. Or it could also mean that your spirit guide or your higher consciousness is now very active in your awakening process and is trying to communicate with you telepathically. So don't ignore it. If you get that, the first thing you want to do is you want to acknowledge your spirit and just be like, hey, I get you, because they're no doubt trying to send you a message. Or if you feel that and you've asked your guides like, hey, you have a message for me, and if you're still not getting anything through, then make a request to the universe or something. Ask the universe for something, because it is energy that needs to be expelled. Okay, you need to use it now, because otherwise it's just going to come in and collect, and you're just going to have a headache, and it sucks. So please get rid of it as you can. Use this energy. Other things that you're going to experience, depending on what abilities you have, you may start experiencing thoughts, just random thoughts or messages coming into your head. You may experience visions just coming out at you like, holy crap, what was that? You may start feeling energies around you, or, kind of feeling like somebody's touching you or something like that. Or you may start feeling like pressure coming at you, or going with the flow, or so forth like that. Your abilities are going to start to activate. Things may start moving, right? If you are telekinetic, or you have one of the kinesises, you may find that things will just move, and you'll be like, what the hell was that? Don't be scared. It's your own energy, okay? We're all going to have to get used to this, because to be honest, and to be very, very frank, if you are living in negativity, then you will be taken by the harvest. But everybody else, your abilities are going to activate, and things are going to start happening. So don't deny it. Embrace it, accept it, because it is you. It is your energy. It is you. All right. But those are some things that you're going to start to experience. You're also going to start to experience the processing of information a lot faster too. So something that may have taken you a month to get your head around, or wrap your head around, or a couple of weeks to wrap your head around, you'll be able to wrap your head around it in a couple of minutes, if not a couple of seconds. And it's a wonderful thing. It does not matter how intelligent you are. Intelligence and progression in terms of spirituality and so forth have nothing to do with each other. You do not have to have a degree in order to be super awesome. You do not need to be good at math, English, science, or anything like that. You do not have to have a deep understanding, because spiritual progression comes from the feeling, your own personal journey and your own personal feelings, right? So bear that in mind, because the last thing I ever want anybody to think is that, oh, I don't process information very well, so that's probably not going to happen. Well, I shit you not, it will. It will. You will be able to look at a situation and just be like, nope, that's a lie. That's not right. And then you will be able to act accordingly off of it. But anywho, I'm blabbing. I will let you discover more about what you are going to experience, because again, the journey is just as important, if so more important, than the destination that you're getting to. Okay? So whilst you are opening your pineal gland and getting it functioning and working and embracing your abilities and starting to use them and practice them in everyday life, just remember, having a question is fun. Getting the answer is great. But finding the answer, going through that process of discovering the answer, it's amazing. And that is where true development comes from as well. So I will leave that with you, my loves. Enjoy!